Audio JAMB. Audio JAMB.
Good afternoon. Here is the national news from BGI TV, Baba Bagede Imo TV. I am Sanut Olakomi Ajikade. First, here the major headlines for the national news. Governor Adeleke clears 30 months unpaid salaries, gratuities of Osun workers and pensioners. Oluwo blast Emefiele, says Naira scarcity inimical to human survival. CBN's Action Unity Bank, over new Naira notes withdrawals paid at Owambe Party. 2023 UTME, JAMB appraised 6 CBT operators in Kano State. Govt, indigene still count losses 2 years after Fulani eviction. Uglom attack shoots at Sheyi Makide's Congo, destroyed vehicles. Protest in Enugu over fuel scarcity of banknotes. And lastly, on sports, Pesero impressed as Eaglets net 15 goals in 2 friendly games. Now hear the news in details. Governor Ademola Adeleke of Osun State has ordered the payment of backlogs of salaries of civil servants and emoluments of pensioners in the state. The payment was disclosed in a memo dated January 31st, 2023, signed by the KN Akintola for the Osun Head of Service. A copy of the memo obtained by People Gazette stated that Mr. Adeleke ordered the immediate payment of arrears of all the salaries of workers for January 2016. Subsequent payment of arrears of all salaries once in a quarter beginning with the second quarter of the year 2023. Monthly payment of arrears of all salaries to contributory pensioners, state and the local, who have not received their bonus with effect from February 2023, the memo read in the part. The governor also directed the payment of 4 months outstanding deduction, May and June 2019, February 2020 and October 2022, starting with the immediate payment of the May 2019 deduction and the older 3-month deduction including cash banking of the year 2019 and 2022 promotion exercise for the worker. Civil servants in Osun are under the previous administration of former Governor Rauf Aregbesola faced difficulties in getting some of their arrears paid. The situation led to several warning strikes and down-tools of the service by the state chapter of the Nigerian Labour Congress. A frontline traditional ruler in Osun State, Oba Abdulrasheed Adewale Akanbi, on Wednesday accused the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, of inducing hardship on Nigerians for not making new Naira notes available in the country. The monarch, who made the accusation in a statement made available in Osogbo, stated that the new Naira regime has grounded economic activities in Nigeria, saying implementation of such ought to be gradual to ease commercial activities. He stressed that the new Naira regime has inflicted much hardship on Nigerians. It has grounded the country's economic activities. It's worsening every day. As a father with voice, I must speak out. The CBN governor, Godwin Emefiele, owed Nigerians' apology for inducing such a hardship on them. I'm yet to be convinced that the introduction of new Naira notes without proper measures to provide adequate or enough inflow of new notes in circulation. It is grows intensively. Oba Akanbi, however, called on stakeholders, most especially the federal government, to review the policy with a view to decimate the hardship on innocent Nigerians and agitated for urgent close monitoring to ensure money circulates. Unity Bank was penalized 20 million naira paid because CBN called some new notes being sprayed at the Owambe Party in Lagos, and they traced it to Unity Bank because all the new notes could be tracked and traced. That's why they are not issued over the counter in any bank. The banks can only load them on their ATM machines as per the directives of the CBN. When Unity Bank received the penalty, they immediately traced the notes to the particular ATM card that withdraw the money, and they found out that one person withdrew 800,000, 500,000 and 400,000 with different ATM cards, but having the same BVN, so it's easy to track. And now the security agents are after the guy. So they are really serious about monitoring the whole exercise. The Joint Admission and Matriculation Board said it apprehended 6 operators of computer-based test centers in Kano State over alleged illicit registration of candidates for the 2023 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination. Registrar of the board, Isaac Oloyede, declared this after monitoring the registration in Kano State on Wednesday. He said the operators has compromised the registration process, adding that this clause apprehended would be handed over to security agents for prosecution. JAMB will not condone any infringement on the registration flow by the technical officials of any its accredited center. Over 500,000 candidates are registered for the 2023 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, he said. He said JAMB started this year was 1.8 candidates, adding that there would not be any extension of the closing date. The registrar said we did not expect any extension as about 500,000 candidates are registered out of the 1.8 candidates that we are expecting it to be. He said the ongoing exercise will end on February 14. 2 years after the widely reported invasion of the Fulani settlement in the Ibarapa North Local Government area of Oyo State by the self-acclaimed freedom fighter Sunday Igboho, popularly known as Sunday Igboho, several questions remain unanswered. Igangan called the attention of the nation following the eviction of the Saki Fulani and his family from his settlement. This was after a week's ultimatum was given to the Fulani to vacate the area. Igboho, who initially stormed the Saki Fulani settlement with his men, had accused the Fulani leaders of being behind a series of kidnapping incidents, killing and insecurity in the area. It was aided by the members of the community for standing up against the Fulani accused of unleashing terror on the people, and instantly transformed into a hero assault in Yoruba land who came to free his oppressed people. After the expiration of the deadline, Sunday Igboho ejected the Saki Fulani and his family from his palace and razed down the adult's cars and other properties. It's told that some hoodlums on Tuesday attacked the convoy of Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde at Igaga in the Ibarapa local government area of the state. Niger News report that the special assistant to Makinde on print media, Moses Alao, confirmed the incident in a statement issued on Wednesday. He said that the attack, which was orchestrated by some opposition element, occurred when the governor's convoy was heading to Takwa after he had addressed the supporters at the town hall. According to him, Makinde was standing on an open-roofed SUV to greet the residents before the hoodlums started pelting the convoy with sticks and stones. He noted that the hoodlum later brought out guns and shot sporadically at the vehicles of the governor's entourage. Allow further expressed concern for families affected by the attack, stating that the Makinde is a man of peace and his ambition is not worth the blood of any indigene of the Oyo State people. Economic and social activities in Enugu State were affected yesterday as commercial transport operators resorted to protest over high cost of petrol and scarcity of banknotes in the state. Petrol, we saw the 280 per litre at the beginning of the year, suddenly rose to 450 per litre, even as the residents continue to express difficulties in accessing cash at the various automated teller machines, ATM and banks halls. The situation is worsened by the activities of point of sales, the POS operators, who have increased their charges to as much as 100%, while operators charge 2,000 for 10,000 withdrawal of the new notes, and old notes were withdrawn at 1,000 for 10,000 Naira. This is worsened by the endless queues at the ATM centers. Move to the development, which they sell that has created difficulties for their families, drivers and commercial buses taxis and tricycles took to the streets of Enugu in protest. The transport operators carried green leaves, made bonfires on major roundabouts, and used their vehicles to block major roads of the road, thereby preventing movement of other road users. They also forced private vehicles users to bear the green leaves as a mark of solidarity. And lastly, on sport.
Hello, my people. You can see in Enugu, the whole keke and the bus drivers park and block the highway, refusing anybody to park. Why? Because ATM is charging too much, fuel is charging too much. This is Sabah Road, as you can see. Keke people block everywhere and saying that they should reduce the price of fuel or else they will shut down everywhere. You can see Sixth Avenue is blocked. People are blocking everywhere. You can see the filling station. Fuel is 450 in Enugu and everybody is protesting about it. You can see everybody. Look at people, look at keke, look at buses everywhere. As you can see, people are blocking the road, saying there is no more other movement. They don't want to do keke again, no bus again. Protests have started. Revolution have started in Enugu against government and independent marketers of fuel and people who are making this country ungovernable and unstable. Look at people protesting everywhere.
Lastly, on sports, Super Eagles head coach Jose Santos Posero was unarmed as Nigerians under-17 boys. Golden Eaglets hammered Econ Academy 9-0 and Prot Sporting Academy 6-0 in two friendly section play within hours at the NFF and FIFA Goal Project, Abuja on Wednesday. I must say I'm impressed by a number of players in this team. They are headed for the great things if they keep level heads and remain disciplined. Pesero served as the welcome NFF General Secretary, Dr. Mohamed Sanusi, towards the tail end of the second encounter. The Golden Eaglets were clinical in front of the goal in both matches after the team demolished Ikoala Academy 9-0 before thumping Prot Sporting 6-0 shortly after. The five-time world champions were very assertive from the blast of the whistle against the Ikoala as they controlled the game, scoring 4 goals to go into the break. On the resumption, the woes of Ikoala were further compounded when the Eaglets added 5 more goals. And that concludes the national news for this hour. But before we go, here's some of the major headlines again. Governor Adeleke clears 30 months unpaid salary, gratuities of Osun workers and pensioners. Oluwo blast Emefiele, says Naira scarcity inimical to human survival. CBN sanction Unity Bank over new Naira notes, withdrawn paid at Owambe Party. 2023 UTME, JAMB apprehends 6 CBT operators in Kano. Indigene still counts losses 2 years after Fulani eviction. Udlom attack, shoot at Sheyi Makinde Congo, destroyed vehicles. Now listening to the announcement. The management, the entire staff of Babak Bagede TV actually facilitates with the Alhaji Honorable Abdulateef Abiola Alawiye, the father of Alhaji Alawiye Adebayo, on his 91st birthday today. We pray that this celebration will bring peace, wellness, and continuous sound health. Amen. Announcer Management. To join us on all our social media handles, on Facebook as Bagedemo with Alawiye Adebayo, please follow the page and share the page, and on Instagram as Bagedemo_22. Please follow the page and share the page as well, and on YouTube as Baba Bagedemo TV. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn your post notification bell. For your advert, please call the number displaying on the screen. Thanks so much for always watching our news on BGI TV. I am Sanut Olakomi Ajikade. Bye for now.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.